Welcome back to Tahoe Tonight, joined now by the newest urologist on the staff over at Barton, Dr. Anderson. Good evening.
Thank you very much. Nice to be here. I'm also the only urologist living here in South Lake Tahoe.
Fun fact.
Yeah.
So how do you like it so far? How do you like being in Tahoe?
I love Tahoe. You know, what's not to love about mountains and water and being in a quiet place with clean air, and it's a great.
Now, you said you came here by way of Montana, originally from South Dakota. Mm-hmm. Were you near the mountains in Montana?
Yeah, I was in Billings, which is the largest city in Billings, which isn't saying a lot, but it's about an hour from the mountains there. So we're much more right up in the mountains here than what I was used to in Montana. But I've spent a lot of time in the mountains because of living for 13 years in Montana. You can't not spend a lot of time in the mountains, and I love it.
Right, and now you're right next to the mountains.
Right,
so
yeah. I look out my window and there's Mount Talac, so.
Not a bad view.
No.
So let's talk a little bit about your role with Barton.
Well, Barton made a decision some years ago that they wanted to add a urologist to the staff. Urologists are surgeons that specialize in kidneys, bladders, prostate, the whole urinary tract in men and the reproductive, men and women, and the reproductive tract in men. So taking care of prostates and testis cancer and a whole variety of conditions. And they made a decision that they wanted to have a full-time urologist here. They've got the population base here that justifies a urologist. And we crossed paths and everything clicked, and here I am, and it's been a wonderful time so far. Great people, great hospital, great community.
Now, in talking with patients, where were they going before you were here? Was there a part-time urologist, or?
I think there's usually been someone in most communities this size. There's usually a visiting urologist who comes from, I think, coming from Carson City, and many people would go to Reno for care. Sometimes they'd go to Sacramento for care. I think there's a urologist in Placerville, and so there's been different places to go, but not a full-time presence right here in South Lake Tahoe.
Now, do you do any education clinics or anything on what people can learn, maybe dietary-wise, exercise-wise, that can help?
It's a comprehensive approach that you need to take with any specialty in medicine of lifestyle changes that are important. For instance, bladder cancer is caused by smoking, and nearly all bladder cancer and related kidney cancers that are the same type of cancer that happens in the bladder is caused by smoking. So I spend quite a bit of time counseling people on stopping smoking. Erectile dysfunction is caused in part by smoking and lack of exercise and things like that. So yeah, there has to be a holistic approach. And of course, I make use of our dietary people and physical therapists and so forth for various things as part of that team approach to care.
Yeah, and I imagine living in Tahoe, it's easy to convince people to work on that lifestyle of eating right and going outside and enjoying what Tahoe has to offer and getting that exercise that would help you go on the hikes.
Absolutely. I think that people who live here tend to live an active lifestyle, which is similar to what we had in Montana. I think when you live in a more outdoorsy type place, people think more in that direction, and so no, you don't have to spend a lot of time convincing people.
Well, Dr. Anderson, welcome to Tahoe, and we look forward to having you on the show when you come on, and thanks for being with us tonight. We appreciate it
very much. Thank you.
For more information, you can always go to bartonhealth.org. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with more Tahoe Tonight right after this.